Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Under the regime of Triple H, WWE Saturday Night's Main Event 2025 concluded after delivering thrilling showdowns. Besides this, the segment between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens became the talk of the town due to the unexpected move from Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid tried his best to manage things peacefully before the prizefighter attempted to drop him with a package pile driver. As a consequence, the Hall of Famer didn't hesitate to attack KO, hitting him with a sweet chin music. In an unexpected twist, fans might witness Triple H punish HBK for his actions at SNME, following orders from higher officials. Currently, Shawn is the Senior Vice President of Talent Development and works in other official roles in NXT alongside the Game. Meanwhile, since Owens' heel turn began, we have seen that he hasn't been punished for many of his violations. Even Randy Orton has pointed out how Triple H and other officials seem to be protecting the former Universal Champion. So, with this assumption, it's possible that instead of punishing KO, the King of Kings might punish Michaels for overstepping his role by attacking the star. The Hall of Famer's role was to act as a moderator and to make things official under his supervision, not to attack the star. Therefore, Triple H might punish HBK by stating that he received orders from the higher-ups. These higher-ups could be the same individuals who have protected KO from punishment before. Though this scenario is speculative if it unfolds, it would make the Kevin Owens saga even more interesting to watch. It could also impact the on-screen friendship between the Game and Michaels. Triple H gives a reaction to another major incident at WWE Saturday Night's Main Event. Besides Shawn Michaels' altercation, Jacob Fatu was another major highlight of the recent Saturday Night's Main Event. The Samoan werewolf left Braun Strowman motionless and bleeding from his nose and mouth. WWE officials attempted to stop the Bloodline member, but Jacob attacked them as well. Nick Aldis also failed in his attempt to contain Fatu, who was on a mission to destroy the monster among monsters. Following this, Triple H gave his reaction to the chaotic incident, referring to Jacob Fatu as the Destroyer. The Game reacted by reposting WWE's official X/Twitter account post, which featured footage of Fatu's brutal attack on Braun. This reaction seemingly confirms that the chief content officer appreciated the devastation caused by the Samoan werewolf. It also suggests that Jacob Fatu's massive push as a singles star has officially begun. Saturday Night's Main Event 2025 had promised to be an electrifying showcase of WWE's top talent, and it delivered on many fronts. Fans witnessed jaw-dropping matches, shocking betrayals, and a surprise return that set the crowd ablaze. However, what transpired behind the scenes, involving a top WWE executive, overshadowed the in-ring action. Triple H, the chief content officer, was left with no choice but to address the controversy that had erupted, vowing to punish the executive responsible for actions that jeopardized the integrity of the show. The chaos began during the highly anticipated main event between Seth Rollins and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. The match was a hard-hitting masterpiece, with both men delivering their signature moves and countering each other's finishers. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, anticipating a clean and decisive finish. However, just as Rollins was setting up for a second stomp to put Gunther away, the lights in the arena flickered and went out. Moments later, the Titantron displayed a cryptic message: "The power lies within those who control the narrative." When the lights came back on, Gunther had been laid out, and Rollins looked equally confused. Suddenly, a masked figure emerged from the crowd and attacked Rollins, causing the referee to call for a disqualification. The masked individual revealed himself to be none other than WWE executive Adam Pearce, who had been overseeing the night's matches as the on-screen authority figure. Pearce, armed with a steel chair, continued his assault on both competitors, much to the dismay of the fans. His actions were not part of the scripted events, and his explanation later only fueled the backlash. Pearce claimed he acted out of frustration with the constant undermining of his authority by WWE superstars and wanted to send a message to the locker room. Triple H responds. The fallout from Pearce's actions was immediate. Fans flooded social media, expressing their anger and disappointment over the main event being tarnished. WWE superstars also voiced their frustration privately, with many calling Pierce's behavior unprofessional and damaging to the company's reputation. Triple H, who was watching the show from backstage, was reportedly furious. Known for his hands-on approach to WWE's creative direction, the game saw Pierce's unsanctioned actions as a blatant violation of the company's ethos. By Sunday morning, WWE issued an official statement, with Triple H promising to address the matter publicly on Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Triple H lays down the law. Raw kicked off with an uncharacteristically somber Triple H standing in the ring, dressed in a sharp suit. His demeanor was cold and focused. The crowd erupted with chants of "We want justice" and "Fire Pierce." Triple H began by acknowledging the fans' frustration. Last Saturday night, something happened that tarnished what should have been one of the greatest nights in WWE history, he said. An individual who was trusted to uphold the integrity of this business decided to put his ego above the company, the fans, and the performers in that ring. The crowd roared with boos as Triple H continued. Let me make one thing clear. No one is above the WWE. Not the superstars, not the executives, and certainly not Adam Pearce. At that moment, Pearce's music hit, and the WWE official walked to the ring, flanked by security. The tension in the arena was palpable as Pearce grabbed a microphone, looking defiant. "Hunter," Pearce began, "before you make any rash decisions, let me remind you of one thing. Everything I've done has been for the betterment of this company. I took action because these so-called superstars don't respect authority. Someone had to step up." Triple H smirked, shaking his head. "Step up? Adam, what you did wasn't stepping up. It was stepping out of line. You crossed a boundary that should never be crossed. You didn't just disrespect Seth Rollins and Gunther. You disrespected the fans who paid their hard-earned money to see a fair and honest fight." The crowd erupted in cheers as Triple H's words cut through Pearce's justification. The punishment. Triple H wasn't done. Effective immediately, Adam Pearce is suspended from his role as WWE official, he declared, eliciting a massive pop from the audience. "And to ensure something like this never happens again, I'm appointing a new general manager for both Raw and SmackDown. Someone who will make decisions based on what's best for this business, not their ego." Before Pearce could respond, Triple H added, "But that's not all. You will also issue a public apology to Seth Rollins, Gunther, and every single fan who had to endure your selfish stunt. And if you refuse, Adam, trust me when I say there will be consequences far worse than suspension." Pearce looked stunned but reluctantly agreed, knowing he had no leverage against the COO. Fallout and reactions. The announcement of Pearce's suspension sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Social media lit up with reactions, with many praising Triple H for taking swift and decisive action. Rollins, in a post-show interview, thanked Triple H for addressing the situation but expressed his disappointment in Pearce's actions. "I've always respected Adam as an official, but what he did Saturday night crossed the line. I hope he takes this time to reflect on his actions and come back better." Gunther, ever the stoic competitor, issued a short but scathing statement. "In my world, respect is earned through battle, not politics. Pearce has disrespected me, my opponent, and the fans. He got what he deserved." Backstage reports indicated that Triple H's decision was met with widespread approval among the WWE roster. Many felt that Pearce's actions had set a dangerous precedent and were relieved to see leadership take a firm stand. Moving forward, as Raw continued, Triple H introduced the new general manager, none other than Hall of Famer and former WWE champion Kurt Angle. The crowd erupted in cheers as Angle made his way to the ring, promising to restore order and fairness to WWE's programming. In the weeks that followed, Angle worked tirelessly to rebuild trust with the locker room and the fans. Meanwhile, Pearce's absence was felt but not mourned, as his controversial exit served as a cautionary tale for those who might consider putting their interests above the company. Conclusion. The events of Saturday night's Main Event 2025 and the subsequent fallout highlighted the delicate balance of power in WWE. Triple H's swift and decisive action not only punished Adam Pearce, but also sent a clear message. WWE is bigger than any one person, and the integrity of the business will always come first. As the company moved forward under the new leadership of Kurt Angle, fans and superstars alike hope